Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my firm assists physicians with employment contract issues. Today, I'm going to talk about, can a physician work locums with a full-time job? The answer to that is yes, but it's going to depend upon the wording in the contract. Most employment contracts, the vast majority of employment contracts will contain some kind of language about either exclusivity or many times it's also called outside activities. And so in those sections, it will state the physician can only work and provide physician services to that employer unless the employer gives them specific written approval to pursue another job opportunity on their off time. And so this is fairly specialty dependent, but it is possible, but you can't just do it on your own normally. Now, people who do shift work, so ED, hospitalists, maybe some people who are doing critical care, and they're only working a certain number of shifts per month. And then they have, 12 to 16 shifts is fairly normal range for most people who are doing those types of shifts. So they have plenty of time to do locums work if they want. They could go to another hospital and staff that ED or do hospital work in the other hospital as well. Most employers don't want them doing locums work for direct competitors. So in a normal situation, the physician would then say to the employer, I have an opportunity to take a locums contract with this specific employer in this specific place. I need, or at least I would like your written approval. And then normally the employer is not going to withhold that approval if it's a reasonable request. As I said before, if it's, hey, I want to work across the street with your direct competitor 3 times a month, probably unlikely that the employer is going to be okay with that. There's also some considerations in what's the non-compete. There are many contracts that prohibit not only competition after the contract ends, but during the contract as well. So can a physician work locums with a full-time job? Absolutely, but it's specialty dependent, and then they definitely need to get written approval in order to do so. So I have had people say, well, do I really have to do this? And then what are kind of the repercussions if I do this without seeking approval first? Well, if it's in the contract and it states you need to do this, meaning get approval in order to work in any kind of outside employment, then, and you don't do that, it's a breach of contract. So the employer can say, look, you signed an agreement that said you had to do this, you didn't do it, you're in breach of contract, and we're going to terminate you for cause. That's one repercussion. Why do employers do this? Well, beyond the competition portion of it, they'll also generally require that the physician provide proof of malpractice insurance. A malpractice policy only covers the physician services for a specific employer. So just because a physician has a malpractice policy with their employer doesn't mean that it covers them for doing services for another employer. So normally their current employer would state, yes, you can do this job, but you have to provide us with proof that you have malpractice policy that covers, your services provided for them for a period of time. Yes, you can work as a locums, but you need approval for the most part. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always call my firm at the number listed below in the description, or you can always reach us through our website, chellelaw.com, CHELLE law.com, and appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.